Konbanwa minasan, kyo wa suiyobi senjo desu. And this is Paolore, Garrison Archangel's producer. Hi, this is Wednesday Warzone as usual. Um, I know I'm late a week. I did say it would be weekly though. And for today's Wednesday Warzone, it'll be a bit shorter than usual because we're just gonna show off a few of our games in action. And this should be interesting because if you're looking at this right now, we're actually playing over Steam to test how our game would look like over the internet. Right now, we're using a peer-to-peer system where one person's the client and one person's the server. Yeah. So the clients will connect to the server player and play the game. So in this version of the dev build we're using right now, one player has to be the server and one player has to be the client. We do have plans to have dedicated servers in the future. And right now you'll see Sim is my opponent. I'm the guy, I'm king of derps, so now everyone knows my handle. Please don't look for me on Steam, I'm not that cool. So we'll play a test game where I'm the server at first and Sim's the client. So right now we use a peer-to-peer system like I said earlier, and we actually have pretty bad internet right now. So we're playing over Steam. I don't want to get to the technical details, but we're using Steam's own connection, like connection tunneling service right now to connect our players to each other. So like I said, I don't know if I can properly articulate what that means for our lay audience, but basically we use Steam to connect two players together, and we use a peer-to-peer connection. So right now I'm just moving around smoothly like you would expect in a normal game because I'm the server. This means that on his end, being the client, he could be experiencing lag right now. But this is just the first part of the video. So in the next part of the video, I am the one who's going to be the client and he will be the server. And you will see how the game would look if your internet was pretty bad, basically. So in this next part of the video, like I said, I will be the client and Sim's the server. And I will feel and see firsthand the effects of lag. And this footage you're seeing is actually a test we all did in a room. So we just want to show everyone the progress we have, so you guys can see what to look forward to in the actual release. So now Sim's thinking of a way to beat my shotgun spamming character. So Sim will be the server next round, and he should have an advantage because he's the one processing basically the fight. So here's this room. So now you're seeing how the multiplayer will look like, how the lobbies will look like, how your opponents would look like. We actually have a chat. We're not able to show it because when we were recording this we didn't use chat. So this is actually pre-recorded. Everyone in the team was looking at how the game looks, and yeah, so this is really a test video. You're seeing some really seeing a view into the process of us making this game. So as you can see, now that I'm the client, you're seeing me like teleporting, jumping back and forth, because we're trying to the client and the server are trying to resolve my position, especially if my internet's bad, it's delayed. I may not be in the proper position at the time. But as you can see, it's not really well, it is actually, it's hindering me because I don't always have the correct positional like right there. I can't he's actually looking the wrong way. I'm actually on his other side, not where I was earlier. But that's because the lag and the network traffic at that time was really bad. So we're still working on the game. In early access you'll see something like this, so I just spoiled a bit of what to expect. We just buffed a weapon that's in the demo, so I hope you guys are excited to try it out in the new form. But now you're seeing how the game will look like if there's a lot of network traffic and a lot of lag. So as you can see, the game still you're able to still play the game, but you might experience some positional problems, visual bugs, and we're still smoothing that out until early access comes around. But as you can see, it's functional. I was able to complete the fight. We were able to fight. I was able to bring him down to half-life. Because what's happening is the commands I'm sending to the server, although visually they're not properly shown, they still resolve on the server they still resolve properly on the server. Like I said, it's hard to articulate this technically, especially since I'm not particularly in the programming side of things. But that's just the way how lag affects the game. Right now, I just want to show everyone the progress we have and reassure everyone that there is gonna be online when the game comes out, and you're seeing it like 3 weeks before early access. And this, like I said, this was pre-recorded, so this at the time of my recording Wednesday Warzone, the actual video you're seeing is actually pretty old. So there are some developments from now till then. It's just that these particular videos of us testing out the network multiplayer option, and me owning Sim by just flying around him and shooting with a shotgun. See who wants to nerf range. It's actually we're actually past this point, so you might see even more cool things I'm not able to show here when EA comes around. And just be assured that we're continually fixing this multiplayer mode, and you'll get a lot of features. There's a lot of stuff we haven't shown you guys. You saw a sneak peek earlier about that new mode for the Fusion Blade, and you'll see a lot of things in EA. So really stay tuned, and please support us when early access comes out. So yep, that's our new post-game screen. And now Sim's gonna try and build a new mech to try and defeat the beatdown I gave him earlier. And now he'll be the ones doing server stuff. I'm gonna be the client next time around. We actually have more sets, but this one was the most these were the most I think visually interesting, especially because of the confusing camera. That camera is actually one of the settings we're testing, but like the old camera, you can always set it back in options, like set it to a tighter camera, to a camera that's less loose. But we felt like this new camera setting we have is a little more cinematic, where everything flows rather than so tight and it's so jarring according to other people. Personally, I prefer the tighter camera, but there are people within our team who want this loose flowing camera because it looks smoother to them. But of course that camera has issues, like if an enemy goes off screen really quickly, you lose sight of them, which you can't really address if you want to maintain that speed of smoothness, smooth following, smooth flowing. So that's why we just left the option for players. But in my case, even in these recordings, even if the enemy's off screen, I'm more often than not able to keep up, I guess. But that's because of my experience with the game, and I'm pretty sure even if the enemy's off screen, I have an idea of what he might be planning. But that's just me. People like the this camera for the style. But mechanically speaking, if you want it to have a tighter view on your opponent, keep your eyes on your opponent, you can always set it in the options, like in our old game. So right now, Sim's using a full ranged build, a full speed build, and I'm still hammering him with a shotgun. And now I'm using the E-Tac extended, and I think because of this camera too, because it's cinematic, you're able to more appreciate how our movements have become more circular rather than the straight and angular movements we used to have in the demo version. So I grabbed that win off Sim even though I was lagging. I was the client. So it just shows that it's actually the game is still able to continue even though it seems to be visually lagging. The server still resolves the combat, but of course the problem of lag still remains, and we feel it's unavoidable if your internet's bad. But we're still fixing the issue, like we're exploring lag compensation techniques. Actually, we're not just exploring, we're implementing some of them. So I think that's it for today's video. I just wanted to show everyone what's up and to show you that yes, there's going to be online in early access, and I hope you guys are there to help us test the game and improve our online experience so that when the full game comes out with all these new parts that we've shown, like the Kappa, the Gyuki, the Gazelle, or you guys called it the Antelope, bodies, which we showed off or spoiled in our past videos and ads, you can have a fun experience. For now, no dedicated servers, but those will come, especially if we succeed. We would like it if everyone got really good servers so that regardless of your internet, everyone has a fair fight. But for now, this is what we have. I hope you guys enjoy yourselves watching this. I'm surprised people really want to hear my voice, to be honest. And thank you everyone again at Discord. Thank you to all our fans. And this was Paolore for Wednesday Warzone. I hope to see you all in the arena. Thank you. Bye.